Hi, my name is Garrett Hong, and today I chose a topic that is very controversial today in the world. The topic that I decided to talk about is a topic that is talked about a lot. The topic is whether college athletes should be paid or not to play their respective sports. There are a few main points that I would like to discuss. Personally, I am in favor of college athletes getting paid to play their sports, whether it's just receiving a payment or something like that. One main point I would like to bring up is the fact that most players get paid under the table anyway. And what under the table means is basically they are getting money secretly through endorsements or bribes that the NCAA does not know about. There are plenty of former athletes that have said that they have received payments in the past, and in order to make this better, might as well just have the players receive the money fairly instead of risking it getting in trouble and risking something that they can't really avoid. Another main point I would like to talk about is players can't really make a steady income throughout their college career. As you know, some players only play for a year, and some players also play for all 4 years, which basically means that throughout the 4 years, you can't make any money, and that makes it really hard for them to fend for themselves. And what that means is they basically must provide for themselves, whether that means transportation, food, and even eating. Um, Most of these athletes spend almost all their time practicing or playing these sports, and it makes it really hard for them to be able to do stuff like homework, get a job, and to have fun with friends, like natural students would at college. Um, this helps me bring up my next point, and this means that players are the ones that are putting all their time and effort into their respective sports, and they also get no result from it. And basically, what that means is that it is unfair to them because they're the ones putting all their time and effort, and they're basically seeing none of the money. So, like I mentioned earlier, the fact that they play and practice all the time, it's hard for them to really fend for themselves, and they don't see any income towards them, and the NCAA does not pay them at all. It is unfair to think that the thing that they've been practicing their whole life means that they don't get any money for it. And I think that's really unfair. And the money also goes to the schools and coaches, not the players. And if you think about it, the people that go to the events are not paying to see the coaches or paying mostly to support the school. They're mostly paying to support the players, and that's unfair to the players because if someone's coming to see you, you'd want to be able to receive that money, not the coaches. One point is that some schools are obviously larger than others. For example, local schools around here, they're not that big, so therefore they don't make as much money as a big school would. So one solution I have to this is to give players a monthly payment of a small percentage of whatever the school makes, and each month it could be different. So, but mostly it wouldn't. I think as a consumer, you'd want to know where your money is getting put into, and whether or not it's getting put into a good use or not. For kids that play for 4 years, they literally spend year round practicing, and it's unfair to them. This I think a way to fix this is people stop supporting these events as much, and they which this means basically that the schools could ultimately start losing money and cause it to also lose popularity. Therefore, they lose a lot of money, and then it'll be harder for them to keep the programs running. myself and many other people would like to see the NCAA, sorry, to finally do something about this because it is unfair to the players. And if you're the one spending money, you want to know that you're getting your money's worth, and you know that you're also helping somebody out in the long run. Thank you.